2010. We had two special meetings, the 23rd of February and the 28th of February. Both of those were special meetings in that they were budget workshops. You have the minutes before you.
Make a motion we approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion by Trustee DeSalvo, seconded by Trustee Brown. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, second on the agenda is the new item, a public comment on the agenda items. So I will give everyone a moment, and if anyone has any questions on the agenda items, I would take it now. All right, I'm going to move on and do the police department report for the month of February 2012. From the board, any questions to our officer in charge?
Kenny, the meter collections for February?
Yeah, we weren't able to get that deposited before the bank closed today, but that figure is going to be $6,200, which will be deposited tomorrow.
6,200 even?
Yes, sir. Safely in the evidence locker right now.
Thank you.
Building department report, you have the town building department report you have before you. It's their January and February monthly report. As I said last meeting, I've asked that the building department come to my monthly department head meetings, and they said yes, so we have a department head meeting in March, the 13th of March. Next on the agenda is the Rotary Club 10K race on the 26th of August 2012, which I think is very interesting to use the old Storm King, I guess around Washington Gate, ski slope area, over to Donahue Park. And you're looking, this was given to us tonight, a document for us to sign. Is the state requiring?
Mr. Mayor, can I?
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, village board members, village clerk. I'm here tonight on behalf of the West Point Island Falls Rotary Club, who is going to put together what they hope to be their first annual walk-run over Old Storm King Mountain on August 26th, which is a Sunday. As you probably realize, New York State last summer from July through August on Sundays closed the road to vehicular traffic and allowed anyone who wanted to walk, run, or bicycle up over that road. We have approached the Department of Transportation and recently got approval from them to do a 10K run as a major fundraiser for our club to support our scholarship fund at James I. O'Neill High School. It would be on August 26th. It would run from Washington Gate of West Point over Old Storm King to Donahue Park in Cornwall-on-Hudson, where we live. This is a fun walk-run type of event. Anyone can participate that wants to participate. Our club will be charging a registration fee to the serious runners who want to use it as an event for them. At this point, I'd like to introduce our incoming president, John Willis, who is one of those serious runners, not like me, who knows the details of how this would work. And John, please.
Yes.
He'll answer any questions you would have.
Yes, so as Dave said, we have approval already in the form of a special use permit from New York DOT. And so that's the second page in the packets that you were provided. And so at this point, what we're seeking is approvals and support from the various jurisdictions that are involved in the run route, which includes the village, the town, and then the village of Cornwall-on-Hudson, town of Cornwall as well, because as noted, the race will be in Donahue Park. And so what we're looking for is just a signature of support and approval. We also have to seek approvals from police and fire for all the jurisdictions involved as well. We've been very pleased with the verbal support that we've gotten, but we just require some level of written support. The event, as David mentioned, will include a 10-kilometer run. The start there near Washington Gate, parking primarily at the Mint parking lot, Mint/ski slope parking lot, and then there's overflow across from the golf course where all the traffic, or all the construction workers for the prep school were parking. So there's, we think, ample parking just inside the gate closure. And as they had this event, as David mentioned, called the Storm King Hike and Bike, where they were closing it off at both ends for hikers, bikers, runners. And so the start point would be just inside the gate on 218 near the Washington Gate. But none of the race is on West Point itself. Everything is on 218 and then through the village of Cornwall and Hudson and down to the water near Donahue Park, and a finish down there. We will be seeking volunteers and sponsorships as well, so we see this as a great opportunity for folks in the village to support the event, either with donations, their time as volunteers, or gifts in kind as well. Things like water and bagels and things like that for the runners, and generators to run electrical equipment and things like that. So, so at this point, I can answer any questions that you might have, and again, we're just seeking a signature on the fourth page of the packets, which is just approval from the town.
The real reason we have to do this is we're required by New York State DOT to get it. You'd probably be sitting here saying, why are you bothering us? Because it's really not in the village limits. But
Quite the question, how do you get the runners back from Cornwall?
Great question, and we have West Point Tours has offered has donated buses to shuttle folks back. That's a great question, because at first we had, actually there are 3 events. There's a 10K race over the mountain where West Point Tours will be busing them back. There is a 5K run, which is an out and back. So the start and finish will be at that same point, and then a 1-mile fun run for kids that is a short out and back. But buses will be shuttling people back from over the mountain.
I have one additional question.
Yes, sir.
I want to know if David's going to be running.
you heard that thing about the kids, that one
No,
guy?
you heard the funny.
I might be able to walk that. I'm not sure.
I mean, David, if you run, I'll run. Next, we have requests for the facilities for a summer concert at Roe Park on Friday, August 17th. This is a group of young people that are putting this together, and this is their application that's required. It has the date, etc., signed off by Jimmy Willis, that there's no conflict. And the only thing that's not here, and they know they have to provide it a month before, is their certificate of insurance. So if this could be approved pending the certificate of insurance being handed into the village clerk prior to the event, that might be what we want to do.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by trustee Perry, seconded by trustee DeSalvo. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, we have a request for the facilities from the Children's Angel Network, Municipal Lot Number 2 across from Sacred Heart. Touch a Truck, May 12th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And everything is here, correct? Everything is here. Motion? Motion by trustee Brown. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Perry. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Next, we have a request to use the facilities, the same parking lot by the same organization, for a community yard sale on the 14th of April, same times, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And everything is here. Motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by trustee Perry. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Brown. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, I would like the board to approve going out for bids, grass cutting services, something we've done for the last couple of years. It's been looked over by our highway superintendent and the village clerk. So it's ready to go. Once we approve it tonight.
This is just to send out the advertisers.
Correct. Just to go out to bid, not awarding because we don't have it.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Perry, seconded by trustee DeSalvo. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Next on the agenda is a Time Warner proposal, phone/internet service. I would like the board to approve me signing this agreement with Time Warner, but before we do, I would like you to read the letter here submitted by Regina Taylor, and while that's being read, I would like to thank Regina Taylor and Sergeant Scott for their efforts here, because if we go with this Time Warner proposal for the Village Hall and Police Department for internet service, we will be saving at least, maybe a little more, but at least $300 a month. So that is very, very, very good. Anytime we can do this for the taxpayers, we do and we will. And I want, again, Gina and Kenny, I want to thank you, both of you, because while I was downstairs doing whatever I do, I could hear you guys for many days and weeks actually talking about this. And talking to Sue and just talking amongst yourselves about this. So, and I know there was a gentleman here today, I think from Time Warner. And so I know a lot of work went into this. It ends up here being a piece of paper, but there's a lot of work behind the paper. So thank you.
Make a motion, we approve the proposal to go to Time Warner Cable.
Second.
Is it for me to sign something, Gina?
Not yet.
Not yet?
This is the
Okay.
proposal.
Okay.
Want us to go ahead and get the official documents?
Yeah.
Okay, so trustee DeSalvo's motion, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Brown, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very, very much. Next, we have the Workplace Violence Program. That's been being worked on for a very long time. It's not an easy document. It's quite lengthy. Again, Gina, to you, to your staff, to the department heads, a lot went into this Workplace Violence Prevention Program. And this is for the Village Hall, DPW, water and sewer. Police and fire will be another time. So what you would be doing here is motioning to adopt this program. And by the way, this has been given to the village attorney, and it's also been given to the workers' compensation risk for their evaluators. So we have two people that deal in this all the time, look at what we think is the best policy for us. So I think that's important. So on the recommendation of the village clerk, the village attorney, and workman's comp, this is a good document.
Make a motion, we accept the Village of Highland Falls Workplace Violence Prevention Program.
Second.
Motion by trustee DeSalvo, second by trustee Perry. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Number 12, I'd like the village board to adopt this technology and internet policy. Again, it's really self-explanatory, especially on the first page, but again, this is a document that the village clerk has been working on for quite a while. It deals with the internet and email and the do's and the don'ts, and the responsibilities of those that have a computer. You're just, if anyone wants to table this, we can table it to the next meeting. It really doesn't matter so much, but we need to take care of it soon.
I'll make a motion that we take care of it tonight.
Okay.
I'll Second.
Motion by trustee Brown, second by trustee Perry to approve the Village of Highland Falls technology and internet policy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Joe, I just want to point out, the village attorney did review this as well. So, he's been through the attorney.
Thank you. We have bills and claims for $96,566.85.
Make a motion that we pay the bills and claims.
Motion by trustee Brown, is there a second?
Second.
Second by trustee DeSalvo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Board comments. I am naming, there's a committee being set up by the supervisor and myself to review the, Inga will remember this, the recreation agreement. It's been a long time, and things have changed, responsibilities have changed, and so the supervisor will name the three people, but tonight I will name our village clerk, Regina Taylor, trustee Perry, and trustee DeSalvo to sit with the three people that the supervisor will name, which I think he'll do very soon. He'll do that very soon. The motel, I call it the motel stay, will be introduced here on April 2 at our regular meeting. It'll be just introduced. And then on the 16th of April, there'll be a public hearing. And more than likely adopted, depending on what we hear that night.
Okay.
So the April 2, but the meeting that hopefully you'll come to for sure is the 16th.
I will definitely be there.
Yeah.
You might want to have it at the library, too. Because it could be big.
There's already been some opposition.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but that's okay. You know, we'll see. Jim?
Nothing, just continuing to work with both the police department and the DPW in regards to budgets. It's work in progress.
Mr. Brown?
Think about right, this little thing right now.
Mr. Parrott? I'm sorry, we done?
Yeah.
Mr. Parrott? Public comment? Yes.
The second meeting.
Name,
Dustin
address.
Ferraris, West Point Motel. During the second meeting in January, I read an article in the paper saying that the school board managed to refinance some bonds, saving the school district over $300,000 over the course of the bonds. Then I approached the board and I asked the board whether or not the board was doing the same thing. And the board indicated to the public that it was. We foiled some information and we found out that the only bonds that were refinanced were back in 1996. So I was wondering if the board could enlighten us as to what they're doing, if anything, in regards to bringing down the interest rates on the bonds or refinancing.
Good question, and the village board will be making their announcement very, very soon. And just so you know that bonds have to be a certain length as far as old before you can refinance them. So that answers part of your statement. But I will tell you that the village residents, taxpayers, are going to be extremely, extremely pleased at what this village board has done in relationship to refinancing, which will be very soon.
Meaning?
Meaning just that.
Meaning a possibility that the finance charges on these bonds will come down and save the taxpayers some money on their taxes?
Right now, and this is as far as I'm going to go, of course that's what I mean. And I will step out a little bit and not to be held to anything, but I believe it's going to be even more than the school saved, which is great. Any time a municipality or the school district or the town can save the taxpayers money, like we did tonight with $300 a month, which adds up, or hundreds of thousands of dollars by refinancing, is a good thing. And I think, like I said, I think the village taxpayers and others are going to be very happy with what we've done.
Well, lay it on us, lay it on us.
Okay. Anything else? Yes.
Because I have two items. The first is Central Communications. I commend Gina and Sergeant Scott for saving $300. If we were to initiate Orange County 911, now that the Putnam Tower is up and running, there's a possible saving of about $25,000 a month. Any comments on that?
That's part of the next budget workshop.
We'll be there.
Anything
The
else?
second thing has to do with televising meetings, which is a long-standing issue. Last year you budgeted $3,000, and then earlier you said that you were for televising meetings. And then subsequently you indicated that, well, $3,000 was not enough to buy equipment and so forth, and so it was sort of almost tabled by the board. You have placed $3,000 in the upcoming budget. I don't know what you're going to do with the other $3,000, but with that, if it wasn't sufficient for 2011-12, will it be sufficient to do it in 2012-13? And are you really serious about televising meetings?
That's up for discussion.
Well, you've said that for months.
Well, right now the village board is working on a budget to keep to the state law of a 2% tax cap, and we have to see where we're at, and we'll know real soon, very soon. As you know, we have a budget workshop Thursday. We have a couple more scheduled, and we have to see. Right now, there's going to be cuts in everyone's budget to bring it down to that 2% and probably under. So we have to see where we are.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anything else? If there isn't, Inga, I want to say it's good to see you.